So Faide ended up putting out a tweet of going over his top 25 things in his opinion that will improve Apex Legends, and we're going to take a look at this list, and I want to hear your guys' opinion and feedback about the list down below in the comment section, as well as your opinion and how you will improve Apex Legends moving forward. Starting off with number 1, he said that they need to nerf Mozams when it comes to dual Mozams. Overall, I believe they just need to nerf Mozams in general, because Mozams have been very strong since ranked arena days, and if Respawn Entertainment would have listened to all the ranked arena grinders out there, we wouldn't be in the Mozam meta right now, because the number 1 weapon a lot of people ran in the ranked arenas was Mozams with hammer points, and this weapon was able to literally destroy your entire shields halfway across the map. We've been calling for a nerf for a very long time. Moving on to number 2, he said higher tick rate servers, which I 100% agree that we do need higher tick rate servers due to the fact of how the servers are currently right now. I think these servers are absolutely terrible. They'd be causing a lot of lag, a lot of issues come with the servers. I get a lot of packet loss even when I'm playing wired connection in this game when it comes to Apex Legends. Now moving on to 3, he said actually fixing the audio, which I 100% agree. I think Respawn Entertainment definitely needs to fix the audio inside of this game, because we have been dealing with audio issues for a very long time. I cannot even count the amount of times that I've been in a gun engagement and will literally die due to a Horizon or a Rev just literally walking behind me and there's just no audio whatsoever inside of this game. Number 4, he said add solo queue only matchmaking for rank BR, which I 100% agree. I do not believe as a solo queue player you should be going up against 3-stack Predator players when you are solo queuing. Me personally, I don't mind fighting against some of the best players in the world, because I have that skill level and that skill set to compete with some of the best players in the world when it comes to Apex Legends. But unfortunately, I would solo queue as a diamond player, and I would get matched up with 2 gold players who would be in Pred Master Diamond lobbies, and they just don't have the ability or the skill set or the knowledge to be able to play in these higher lobbies. So I 100% agree that we do need that, because it also makes solo queuing more difficult when you are fighting people that are sitting in Discord calls and you have a whole bunch of randoms who may not be on the same page or know what the hell they're doing. Moving on to number 5, he said add a new double barrel shotgun or a DMR style gun, maybe a SKS. I do agree that we do need a DMR style type gun, but when it comes to the overall guns in the game, I don't feel like that it should be a super big priority when it comes to Apex Legends. Like, having a DMR type style weapon similar to like the G7 Scout, we should be considered a DMR type weapon, or you have the longbow, which can also be considered a DMR type weapon. I feel like those are good weapons to have in the game. I just don't feel like adding new weapons into the game currently right now, because especially all the weapons that are in the pool right now would just be a very significant important change to make the game. Now he goes on to number 6, which is going to be better rank rewards, which is skins. I do agree that we do need way better rank rewards. This is one of the main reasons why I personally haven't been playing rank BR recently, and it's due to the fact of that the rewards for rank BR are just not worth the stress and headache when it comes to solo queue and rank BR. You're going to be getting the same badge, the same hollow spray, and the same charm and the same banner frame for previous seasons. I feel like Respawn Entertainment need to add new things into the game. Like, let's say for example, he did say, and put in quote seats, he said skins, which will allow the players to sit there and grind to master and pred if you get a very cool like character skin for your character that goes on every legend, or like a skin for your gun, or just I say you should get crafting material when it comes to just getting to the top ranks inside of the game. Let's say for example, if you hit master, you get 2,000 crafting material, or if you hit pred, you get heirloom shards. I feel like that would be like a cool concept, because only 750 people could get these heirloom shards, but that would be pretty cool. Now moving on to number 7, he said in-game rank leaderboards and the firing range similar to H1Z1. Now I really didn't play H1Z1 that much when it comes to like this overall concept of how like in-game rank leaderboards would work. Now I know like Respawn Entertainment was testing something out with rank rumble when it comes to like just the rank leaderboards in general, so I feel like we could have that type of concept. I feel like the idea and the concept is there, they just need to like nail it down to get it perfect. Now moving on to number 8, he said buff Wraith, no bias, healthy for the game. I do believe Wraith needs a buff. I think one way you can buff Wraith is by removing the particle effect that she has on her phase, because one of the things that makes Wraith very easily to be tracked when she is phasing is she has that particle effect blue line that comes off her character that allows her to be tracked with phase. Or you can either just remove her whole ninjutsu animation that she has to do now in order to go to phase, and just bring back how she used to go to phase when the game first came out, where she'll literally just put her arm out and then say go to phase and go like that and go into phase. I think that would be really cool. Moving on to number 9, he said reverse punch boosting slash cadence tap strafing for pubs only. I don't really think this will work because due to the fact that is a movement mechanic, and I feel like you cannot just sit there and make specific move mechanics only for just having one specific game mode such as being pubs only, so I don't think that's really going to work. Now moving on to number 10, he said B hopping healing should be back. Consider roller and MK can both B hop. Now I don't really know too much about B hopping healing. I don't know if you're like just bunny hopping and you have the ability to heal. I don't really know how that works. I want to hear you guys' thoughts and opinion about that down below in the comment section. Moving on to number 11, he says R301 buff damage by 1, healthiest gun meta. I think the R301 does need a buff. I think R301 is one of my favorite guns to use in the game. It is the only other weapon that I have to be level 100 besides the car. Those are my 2 favorite weapons in the game. I would love to see a R301 buff and go into a R301 meta, but right now I have been using the Spitfire in Apex Legends, and I do believe that the Spitfire is a very strong gun. I think there is a really good strong light gun meta currently right now with certain weapons just besides not the 301. I think the G7 Scout is actually really good. So now, moving on to number 12, he says wingman should hold 8 bullets, not 6. Now, that was one thing about the wingman. I think the wingman having 8 bullets is the reason they don't do it, because the wingman is very strong, especially with the ability to be able to 3-tap people in the head, if I'm not mistaken, without the buff. Now, having 8 bullets in the gun, obviously, man, the wingman does take a lot of skill to use. You gotta hit your shots, but I think having 8 bullets into the gun will be a little bit too strong right now. I think 6 gun bullets right now is kind of good. The reason why they swapped it over to sniper due to the fact of not being heavy is because the gun was definitely too strong. I think it's a balance change, so I'm not 100% sure about number 12. Now moving on to 13. If we're adding duels back to the game, then we should add, it should be a dual rank mode, so you can choose ranked trios and ranked duels. I 100% agree with this. I have been saying for a very long time that they need to bring ranked duels in Apex Legends. I think ranked duels is a very phenomenal concept and game mode to add, because if you are solo queuing, having the ability to play ranked duels be a lot easier to be able to sit there and rely on one random than having to deal with 2 random. So I think they definitely need to bring it back. Also, you probably can even add in ranked solos. And just to add for number 13, bring back rank arenas, man. We've been asking for rank arenas to come back for a very long time, but to this day I still don't know why they removed ranked arenas. I think it was a very phenomenal game mode, one of the best game modes ever implemented into Apex Legends. Moving on to number 14, he said trios should be queuing for a certain map while duos queues another map so you can play the map you like. I kind of agree with this. Overall, I think this is a very cool concept, but I'm not really too sure if Respawn and Team are going to do it. I mean, having certain maps rotate for an hour, I mean, it's not really that bad, but at some point in times, I really don't care to play E-District or a certain map, so it's like I just go play R5. So moving on to number 15, he says reason lock for rank. If you have 200 ping, that should be the cap for not being able to play on the server. 100% agree with number 15. I definitely believe they need to region lock rank. One of the main reasons why the server is very laggy is because you're having a lot of players come over for different reasons that have super high ping, and everybody's ping is getting pulled in that lobby, which causes the server to be super duper laggy. So I 100% agree that they need to region lock rank. Then moving on to number 16, he has a 2FA for Apex Legends to be able to play the game to combat cheaters. I 100% agree with this. I do need that. We feel like we need more security issues to be able to sit there, allow players to have integration into their accounts before they can be able to play Apex Legends to combat cheaters. Because right now, I don't know what Respawn Entertainment can do about cheaters, bro. Cheaters are just running rampant, bro. No matter how many times they update the anti-cheat or do whatever, we're still going to constantly run into cheaters. So moving on to number 17, he says build stabilizers back on R99 and car is peak Apex Legends. I don't remember the barrel stabilizers being on the car. I might be like missing out, or I don't remember it being on the R99. I don't remember how it played out, so you guys gotta let me know about that down below in the comment section. Now moving on to number 18, he said Apex Legends should invest in smaller cash cups for content. I 100% agree. I think Apex Legends should definitely invest in the smaller cash cups for content. I think it would be a really cool concept of how they do it in Fortnite. I think that would be dope for Apex Legends. Moving on to number 19. Creator codes. I don't know why we don't have creator codes, bro. Apex Legends came out around the same time as Fortnite, and they had creator codes. Like, do you know how many people will be able to benefit off this ability to have creator codes, and how many people shop and buy things when it comes to Apex Legends? So I think creator codes would be a very good concept. It says number 20. Should lose less RP if you're solo queuing compared to someone stacking, or you should be rewarded for more RP if you're solo queuing and your squad wipe a pre-made squad. I 100% agree with this. I do think that as a solo queue player, you should lose lesser RP as a solo queue player, because nothing is more frustrating of me getting into a Pred Master lobby while being Diamond 4 and taking a negative 75, getting stuck with 2 gold players on my team who have no idea how to play the game or who have no idea what the hell they're doing. So This is one of the main reasons why I don't solo queue, because most of the time I get stuck with people who don't know how to be in these lobbies. It's not their fault. That's just how the matchmaking system works, and I end up losing a shit ton of RP because they don't know how to play these lobbies. So moving on to number 21, it says keep trios and duos as a main mode, but have the LTM refresh as a third mode. 3 psych solos quads revival. I think this is a very cool concept for casual players to be able to have the LTM refresh at 3 psych solos quads revival. I think you also need to add team deathmatch into it. I don't really care for control. I never liked control. I don't really care for gun game. I don't think gun game is that good of a game mode in Apex Legends. I don't think so. Even you can even add arenas into this shit. Even if they had arenas, that would be pretty cool. Now, moving on to number 22, he said a dash character. Now, I don't really know too much about a dash character. Overall, I feel like we just have way too many characters in the game. I just feel like there's just too many legends currently right now that are just not getting played, so I don't think we need more characters in Apex Legends, because you can constantly keep adding characters into the game, but at one point in time, I feel like Respawn Entertainment is running out of ideas for characters, and certain characters are starting to take other elements for other characters. Like, for example, Lobo, Ultra has a passive or a ability that should have went to Lobo, which had the ability to take items from a death box. I don't know why that's on Ultra. I don't think that fits Ultra really well, in my personal opinion, but that goes to saying of why we don't need more characters in the game. Now he said number 23, buff Peacekeeper a little bit or bring back Disruptors. Overall, I don't really think they need to buff Peacekeepers. I feel like we're in a shotgun meta right now. I think shotguns are just performing really, really strong inside of this game, so I don't think they need to buff the Peacekeeper in general. I think he's just saying this out of a biased opinion because he likes using the Peacekeeper. Now, moving to number 24, he said bow on floor loot, change ammo type to sniper. I think that will be somewhat kind of cool. Obviously, the bow has been in the care package for a very long time. I'm pretty sure they're going to be removing it next season. Now, they can make it have sniper ammo, or they could just make it have the original ammo. I don't really think that's like a really super duper necessary change. I think the bow just needs to go back on the ground and just bring the bow back. And then moving on to number 25, he said buff all useless legends characters by a lot, which I 100% agree, but this goes back to my point where he made for number 22, where it says creating a dash character. We have a lot of legends in the game that are very useless that a lot of people are not currently playing right now. So overall, in order to sit there and bring these legends and make them more useful, just buff the character. You don't have to rework the character's kit. I feel like them reworking the character's kit takes a very long time, and it takes more time out of actually just improving some of these over quality changes and issues that we're currently having with Apex Legends right now. So these are Faide's top 25 things on how we can improve Apex Legends. I want to hear your guys' thoughts and opinion about this list down below in the comment section. If you enjoyed the video, or if you guys got your own thought process and feedback on how you improve Apex Legends, let me know in the comments. Make sure you guys like the video, as well as subscribe to the page, all your notifications turned on so you don't miss an upload, and I'm going to see you guys on the next one.